Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi. Double honor to the apostle, great millstone, and salutate to you brothers pushing the word in truth and sincerity. I just wanted to get into a quick lesson, man. Basically, I was just thinking like your mind has to be really fully set on the kingdom, man. You have to really be all in for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi to get to the kingdom. All right, and I just want to read a couple of scriptures, maybe elaborate a little bit and hit the point, So with no further ado, this is Matthew chapter 13, verse 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in the field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. All right? So, this is Yahawashi speaking, okay? And he's comparing the kingdom of heaven unto a treasure hid in the field, which is truth is a treasure. All right? It say, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field. So, that man who found the treasure in that field, he was willing to give everything he had to give it up, all right, to gain that field where the treasure was hid at, okay? Verse 45, again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man, seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it, all right? So that's how we're supposed to be once the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi has given us this truth, man. We're supposed to be all in. You got to be all in this truth. All right? You got to give everything you got to gain Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. Forsaking all. As well as the disciples did, man. To gain. All right? This is Matthew chapter 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, to Yahawashi, behold, we have forsaken all. All right? So just like I read in Matthew 13, verse 44 and 45 and 46, all right? When you find this treasure, you have to forsake all, man, and give it all you got to gain Yahawashi. Matter of fact, real quick, because all the men of the Lord sacrifice, all right, and that's what you have to do in this truth, man. That goes for me first and foremost, and to you brothers listening, all right. We gotta sacrifice to gain, This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 7. It says, but what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Yahawashi. All right? So the thing was gained to you. The knowledge, wisdom, understanding. The more understanding on these breakdowns, the more understanding about Yahawashi. The more understanding that you need to sacrifice more to gain Yahawashi and strive that much harder to be received of Yahawashi, man. To hopefully be accepted in the end. All right? It says, verse 8, yea, doubtless I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahawashi HaMashiach, my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahawashi. All right? And be found in him, not having my own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Yahawashi, the righteousness which is of the Most High by faith. All right? Which goes back to the original chapter I read, Matthew 13. All right? That the man who found the treasure in the field, He gave up everything he had and sold it just so he could buy that field, man. And the other man who, the merchant man who was seeking goodly pearls, when he had found one pearl of great price, he went and sold all he had and bought it, man. And bought that one pearl. All right? As well as Peter was telling Yahawashi, he said, he was asking a question. He said, Matthew 19:27, then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? All right? It says, verse 28, and Yahawashi said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, and the regeneration, which showed you his reincarnation in the Bible. All right? It says, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? And that's the point, man. The point is, look, we're forsaking our lives. For first and foremost, we don't have a life on this side. All right? The only life we have is pushing this word. All right? Exhorting one another to continue in the faith as we see the day approaching. All right? And fishing for the hopeful elect, man. And working for our salvation so we can live on when Yahawashi returns, man. All right? That's the hope we have on this side. The faith we have on this side. We can endure to the end and continue to push this word in truth and sincerity, the way it's been taught, how we have learned and been assured of, man. That's our hope and that's our job, man. That's our life on this side, all right? Everything else we count but lost, man, so we can win Yahawashi, man. So we can be accepted of Yahawashi when he comes back, man. And that's the fight and that's the hope we have, man. All right? So that's the point of the video, man. All right? That we have to sacrifice and continue to sacrifice, man. That much more and continue to fight. All right? That we may win Yahawashi. Because that's what it's all about. Pleasing Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. You know? Hoping to have mercy when he come back, man. When he comes back with judgment on this place. That we don't be condemned with the world, man. That we may be found faithful servants. You know? Being holy, separated from this filthy world, man. You know? So the much more that we in this truth and the Lord keeps his name in our mouth and we teach the doctrine directly and correctly, all right? We must continue to keep that hope, exhort one another, being a brother, all right? And continue in the faith, man. And continue to fight and to sacrifice, man. As we see the day approaching, man, because it's coming quickly, all right? So hopefully the lesson was edifying, you know, because we do have a reward coming to the end. If we endure to the end, we do have a reward coming, man. All right? So this is just a little exhortation, man, for first and foremost for myself and to you brethren out there too, man. You know? Hey, let's keep pushing this word. Let's keep fighting. Keep praying. Keep fasting. You know? Being brotherly. Hey, man, and just teach the word directly and correctly, man. Hitting the highways and the byways and feeding the lambs. You know? And carry your cross. All right? So, with that, hopefully the lesson was edifying. And with that, shalom.